Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Ballerina, and this is a spin-off from the world of John Wick, and this is directed by Len Wiseman, who previously did some of the Underworld films, and Shay Hatton, who wrote this film. We go back to the world of John Wick, and we have Eve, played by Ana de Armas, who is a young girl whose father is murdered by this brutal tribe of warriors who loom over her as she becomes an adult, becomes part of the Ruska Roma, and takes on this ballerina assassin role in the organization, the family that John Wick is from. And you see them interacting and engaging and understanding this parallel story because Eve is out for revenge as well to take down this group that killed her father. And of course, she'll go to Continentals. She'll see Winston and Sharon with Ian McShane and Lance Reddick popping up. She'll globetrot. She'll go to a Continental in Prague and go to all these different places as she works for the director, played by Angelica Houston, but goes off on her own to find vengeance. And she will not stop until she kills the Chancellor, the evil leader of this tribe, this mysterious and very dangerous tribe, played by Gabriel Byrne. And this film, you can definitely tell there's a disconnect in terms of who created this film, because this film apparently went through months of almost complete reshoots, with Chad Stahelski of the four John Wick films coming in and having to redo so much of this film, adding in action, refining things, and you can see the scenes where Len Wiseman was the one working with it, and then you see Chad Stahelski's vision come in, and it's very obviously they redid a lot of this film. Is this Weissman's film still? Probably not. But, I wasn't there. And the only reason that it matters is because there's some clunkiness in terms of, melding them together in the first act. And narratively, there's a lot of heavy lifting and clunky just trying to get all this backstory out. So that once we get into late first act, through the end of the film, this is a thrill ride that does not let up. You have Romain Le Corbus, who's the cinematographer here, who really captures that vibe of the John Wick films. There's beautiful purples and reds and such in the lighting in club scenes and stuff like that. There's this globetrotting kind of feel, great production design, the world building, the expanding of there's this tribe outside of the rules of the high table that has been living in secrecy for centuries and has been under this agreement with the Ruska Roma, and you see how this tribe really shakes the foundation of this John Wick world. And you have John Wick in this film as well, who I think fits in just fine. You could definitely tell he was added in at time, rethinking the story. But I think his parallel dynamic with Eve and their shared backstory of becoming assassins through the Ruska Roma gives some weight to why they see eye to eye and why they might connect in terms of their mission and what they're trying to do. This film, the action's incredible. Whether it's flamethrowers or tons of grenades or a whole bunch of kitchen tools, it's wild. It's over the top. It's ridiculous, but it's John Wick. This film has this cool, sleek, just atmosphere about it, but it has some good laughs too. There's a few moments where I legitimately just bursted out laughing because some of the dialogue is that sharp and fun. And Hattonhead he doesn't have a ton of writing credits, but a lot of it's John Wick, and then also working with Zack Snyder, actually. Here, I feel really fits into the vibe of what it's trying to do. There's humor, there's action, there's thrills, all the technical aspects, the music. It really just comes together and crafts this atmosphere that we feel like we're in the world of John Wick, but it's expanding and we're seeing some different layers to it. I think the story, you have a strong revenge plot. It's pretty familiar, but it's strong. And you peel back layers in terms of Eve's backstory and how she fits into this whole evil tribe, mysterious tribe kind of narrative. And there's some twists and turns and some emotional moments along the way. There's certainly a lot of characters. And some of the, like, legacy returning characters don't get a whole lot to do. But the director and John Wick, I think, fit well into this story. And you have the likes of Norman Reedus, who has a limited but important role in the context of Eve's journey. And there's a lot of great stunt performers who come in and deliver great performances. You also have Catalina Sandino, Catalina Sandino Moreno, who plays Lena, who's like one of like the high up warriors of this tribe, who works very closely with the Chancellor. There's a lot more to Eve's backstory than you might think. It's not the most surprising twists and turns, but I think it's effective. But there's enough story here for us to feel for Eve and connect with her. But at the end of the day, this is about wild, wild action, dynamic camera works, impressive choreography, and there's no bones about it. Ballerina delivers on all those fronts, and it's just an absolute thrill ride from start to finish. And there's great set pieces, creative kills all along the way. It's hard to not appreciate and have some fun with this. But those are my thoughts on Ballerina. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.